Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the triangle and its properties. When understanding a triangle, one should know about the elements. A triangle has three sides, three angles, and three vertices. Here, vertices is a plural for vertex. The six elements of a triangle are the three sides and the three angles. Triangles can be classified into two categories. First, on the basis of their sides, like equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and scalene triangle. Second, on the basis of its angles, right angle triangle, obtuse angled triangle, and acute angle triangle. On the basis of its sides, equilateral triangle has all sides of equal measure. An isosceles triangle has two opposite sides of equal measure and the third is different. In a scalene triangle, all sides are different from each other. On the basis of its angles, right angle triangle has only one angle that measures 90 degrees. In an acute angled triangle, all angles measure less than 90 degrees. In an obtuse angled triangle, only one angle is less than 90 degrees but more than 180 degrees. Difference between medians and altitudes. Here's the difference between them. If we talk about median, let's draw a triangle. Now, on the baseline, mark a midpoint. This midpoint divides the baseline into two equal parts. Now, from that midpoint, make a line that joins to the opposite vertex. This line formed is your median. Talking about an altitude, let's draw a triangle again. Now here, from any vertex, draw a straight line that falls on the baseline or the opposite side. Now mark this line. Here, AM is your altitude. Altitudes are also known as heights of the triangle. A quick revision on perpendicular and perpendicular bisector. Skip this part if you know it thoroughly. Talking about a perpendicular, it is a straight line falling on the baseline and making a 90-degree angle. It doesn't cut the baseline into two equal parts. About perpendicular bisector, this again is a straight line that falls on the baseline, making 90 degrees and cuts the baseline or bisects it into two parts. Now a common similarity where it confuses us all. First, they both make 90 degree. Second, they form a letter L shape. Now let's discuss about the properties. The first is exterior angle property. Here, an exterior angle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 will be same as the exterior angle. The second property is angle sum property. Here, when all the angles are added, the total should be 180 degrees. Hence, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 180 degrees. A linear pair are two adjacent angles that are separated by a common arm and formed on a common vertex, especially on a straight line. Hence, angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to 180 degrees. Linear pair on a triangle. Here I have highlighted where a linear pair can be formed. I can easily spot that angle 3 and angle 4 are two adjacent angles separated by a common arm and formed on a straight line with a common vertex. Hence, angle 3 and angle 4 are linear pairs. Therefore, I can say angle 3 plus angle 4 equals 180. Here's a similar example. I can see that 20 degrees and angle Y are adjacent angles as they are on a straight line and separated by a common arm and have a common vertex. So they are linear pairs. That means if I add 20 degrees with angle Y, it should give me 180 degrees. Hence, Y equals 180 minus 20 and Y is 160 degrees. Here's a similar example using different methods. First, looking at it, I need to find angle X and angle Y. Using angle sum property, I can figure out my angle X, which comes as 130 degrees. Now using my exterior angle property, I can find my angle y that would give me 160 degrees. Vertically opposite angles. Here in this figure, vertically opposite angles are formed when two lines or more intersect each other. Here, angle 1, angle 3 in both the figures are marked in blue color, and angle 2 and angle 4 in both the figures are marked with purple color. This shows that these diagonally opposite angles, or I can say vertically opposite angles, are equal in measure. In this triangle, all the given angles are marked in blue color and their vertically opposite angles are marked in purple. We can also see that they are forming linear pairs and hence linear pairs are marked in orange color. Special triangles. Why is an equilateral triangle and an isosceles triangle special? Let's understand. To identify an equilateral triangle, all the sides are of equal measure and their angles are 60 degrees, all of them. None of them is less or more than 60 degrees. To identify an isosceles triangle has two common sides and the third side is different. Now when talking about its angles, the base angles which are opposite to one another are always equal in measure and the third angle is a different angle. Sum of the lengths property states to form a triangle, this condition should be fulfilled. First, that the sum of any two sides of a triangle should be greater than the third side, the length of the third side. Now, when figuring out the difference of any two sides, that difference should be much smaller than the length of the third side. Pythagoras property. This property only applies for right-angled triangle. The side that is opposite to the right angle is your hypotenuse. You can mark hypotenuse using the letter H or H, however you pronounce. Then the other two sides of your right-angled triangle are known as the legs of the triangle. This you can either mark as A or B. To find hypotenuse, h square or h square equals a square plus b square. And to find out the length of either of the legs, you need to use the same formula to figure out your missing value.